Alright, greetings everyone, welcome back, and we are continuing on with part 2. When last we left off, we've gotten some new abilities, and I intend to use them fully. So let's see here. Boy oh boy, it's tough getting rid of Giga Flare, because it is... I think I'll keep it for now. Oh man, the next playthrough is going to be fun. Alright, so what we are going to be working on for the rest of this is completing the rest of the quests, and then looking at these new trials of hell. Looking forward to it. And also trying to figure out if there's any extra equipment or something. Gotta be something else. Gotta be another weapon skin in here somewhere.
I remember you.
Do
You're
ya?
the one who saved Whiteheart.
I did.
How's the old girl doing?
Ah, great.
She's very well. Thank you.
Oh, don't thank me. You're the one who saved her. Anyway, what brings you to the rest today?
I was hoping to purchase a Mimit gourd. And I thought you might be able to tell me where I could find one.
Oh, reckon I could do better than that. Just so happens, I've got a whole carload of the blasted things. Not a buyer in sight.
Really?
Aye, you'd be doing me a favor taking a few off my hands before they turn to mush.
I'll pay for them.
But just be on the lookout for wild birds, eh? Don't want them chasing after you like they did me.
Uh-huh.
I will. And thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Any friend of Whiteheart is a friend of mine. And in times like these, friends have got to stick together.
Can I
We
pay you?
certainly do.
Can I pay you?
Northreach, then. Wouldn't want to keep Anders' father waiting.
I wanted to pay him for his services. The game won't let me. Like, seriously, this is something in 16 I wish they would just let us do. Just let me throw money at NPCs. Near Northreach. Northreach? Oh, Northreach is over there. Right, fair enough. Oh, it is a little bit of a jaunt. Kinda hope we get into a fight. Don't make me go around. Don't make me go around. Damn it. Vaulting doesn't work. And no enemies either? Shame.
Ah, there you are. And this must be Ambrosia, was it? Oh, she's a real beauty, isn't she?
I have the Mimic gourd too. Here.
Thank you kindly. Soon as she's gobbled this up, we'll set sail.
We're going to take a little trip across the bay now, Ambrosia. Don't worry. You'll be all right.
If you were a dark blue chocobo, this wouldn't even be a problem.
Well, we made it.
You didn't know? She is as white as snow. You're beautiful, aren't you, girl?
Brave, too. She was calm as you like on the journey over. The mimic gourd will have played its part, of course, but passing through the walls enough to spook most birds even then. Not this one, though.
Ambrosia's been through a lot. I doubt there's much that could unnerve her now.
Not with a beloved master by her side.
No. It's you who looks after me, isn't it, girl?
That's a yes.
Thanks for bringing her here. I hope I can breed a bird like her someday.
And if you and Ambrosia need ferrying back to Northreach, you only need say the word.
Thank you. But I think we might explore Mysidia together. What do you say, Ambrosia?
Okay. They're really against giving me any ability points, aren't they? All right, now for the rest of the quest cleanup.
Where was the cane you saw flickering again?
Hopefully there's some good stuff for finishing up these quests.
Hey, mister, over here. Please, mister, you've got to help us. The village is in danger, and if someone doesn't do something... you should have seen it.
Stop. Take a deep breath and tell me everything. Starting with your name.
Sorry. My name's Eirik. When you went up to the Erevalis with Miss Shula, I followed you.
You could have been killed.
Lady Shula told us you lot were great warriors. So I thought I'd be alright if I stayed close like. But then I lost track of you in the woods, and that's when I saw it.
The king.
What?
A great, big, dripping, drooling monster. Spitting out great spouts of water it was. That were tearing up the ground and cutting down trees.
Spouts of water? I don't recall seeing anything like that in the forest.
Well, I did. And I don't ever want to see it again. You'll get rid of it, won't you?
If you stop talking, yes.
All right. If this creature is as terrible as you claim, it could well pose a threat to the village. I'll see what I can do.
Thanks, mister. It was over by the Swift One that I saw it. Maybe it's still there.
Then that's where I'll start my search. But this time, you're going to stay here. Understood?
I wouldn't go through those gates for 1,000 gil. Not with that thing out there. Good luck, though.
Okay.
My friend, I have news. I think I might have found a way to break Talor's curse.
Go on.
The king.
Well, after listening to the village elders and scouring every likely-looking tome in the library, I learned that not all Tombries are the same little green menaces we know and loathe. Apparently, a chosen few live to incredible ages and grow to many times the size of their counterparts. The folktales hold that it's the very eldest of these, the Tombury kings, who weave the curses, and that their magics bind their victims to them, that they might continue to feed on their pain.
So if we slay the one that cast the curse, the feeding will cease.
But that was my thinking. Yes, though I doubt it'll be easy. These kings are not just bigger, they're stronger too.
Let's go.
If the tales are true, their followers will defend them to the death. It is a perilous proposition, in short, but it may also be Talor's only hope.
Yes, I will do it.
Thank you.
So then...
That, alas, I do not know. It must have woven the curse at the altar in Father's Fell, but as to where it is now...
Fanet, you were the one asking about Tonburies, right? Because there's a whole bloody army of them out on the cloak.
What? But why would they stray so far? And why now?
There's only one way to find out. I'll head up the mountain and see what's going on.
Okay, alright, I got it.
It is good to have him back.
So we got Tonberry King and another monster of some kind. What's this quest?
You wouldn't happen to have some time on your hands, would you, Clive?
Eh,
Only I was wondering if you might help me with something else.
why not?
Don't tell me. Another unruly dominant.
Not quite, but a dangerous foe nonetheless. It promises to be quite a hunt. Care to join me?
All right. Tell me about our quarry.
A fiendish, cold-blooded beast known as a Givra. Normally, we leave such animals well alone, and for good reason. But I have an even better reason to want its tongue.
Its tongue.
If you'll permit me, tributary, I can explain.
Oh no.
Certainly, Yamila.
It's been over a week since me sister gave birth to her first child. Yet she still isn't back on her feet. We've tried everything to restore her spirits. Physics and nostrums, the laying on of hands and of leeches. But all to no avail. The healers tell me there's only one hope left. A broth as potent as its ingredients are perilous to procure.
It isn't only Yamila's sister who stands to benefit from this, by the way. There's her baby to think of. And Walias, too. She'd agreed to be his wet nurse, you see.
I'd be glad to help.
Thank you. Our hunters have no shortage of skill, but this task calls for more than that, and it won't be achieved through weight of numbers either. The Givra is as wary a foe as it is a deadly one.
Alright.
Decided. The two of you will go, while Jill and I occupy ourselves here.
Perhaps we might help prepare the broth.
Come then, there's a...
Okay. There's a lot of talking for each of these quests, which does not always equate.
Nothing a Givra loves more than a fat haunch.
My lord, might I have a moment of your time?
Why not? Everyone else has asked for it.
Certainly. What is it?
It's a long story. But before we get to that, would I be right in thinking Lady Shula told you about the witch from the north?
Yes. She said that your ancestors found her here, and that it was she who taught them the spell to stop time. She was like Walias, you know. A dominant. The Warden of Ice.
My great-grandmother suspected as much. She cared for the poor woman, and it was she whose duty became to attend her grave. A duty that was passed down.
I see.
Well, until recently, the path to the grave had long been blocked by a fallen tree. But when our woodsmen, on trying to clear the rest of the path, you see, we discovered that none...
Yeah.
The grave... It was so...
Sorry, not to belay these, but accepting quests, man. This game. Which one is which? We have Reign of Pain, Beyond the Grave, Lost in the Woods, and Last Licks. At some point, I just want to get on with the quests, especially after getting new powers. Itchy to use them.
Storm for the ages, that was.
Where will we find them?
Further in.
Wrong path again. I have Torgo, but changing Torgo for her only. Not a super big fan of it for the other two.
These will do nicely.
I float! Really? That was it? Seriously? That was it? Way too easy.
Return to the sea, and to the clouds rise again.
We have our bait then. What next?
Next, we pay a visit to the Dark Gate to pick some local weed. It'll help disguise our scent.
Okay. Up the mountain. Come on.
There should be a sprig or two of local weed growing somewhere around here. Look for the golden leaves.
Pick it up. Come on, Clive.
Is this it?
Aye, that's the stuff. Crush the leaves between your fingertips and rub them on your clothes.
If you insist. You could have warned me about the smell.
Like corruption, isn't it? We'll have an honor guard of flies before long. But it'll stop the Givra from noticing us. Its nose will tell it we're not...
Oh, right, we're hunting the Givra. Whatever a Givra is.
I feel so much better.
We can wash it off afterwards. If there's one good thing about the Givra choosing the ruins for its hunting ground, it's that there's plenty of fresh water nearby.
Nice peaceful music.
Where should we lay the bait?
Givras are creatures of habit. Look for some sign of its passing. It's sure to return to the same place sooner or later.
Marking its territory.
Something was. A curl, maybe.
So, not the right place. If I know how game design works, it's probably the one that's the furthest to find. Hmm? Couldn't see the one over there, so I'll inspect this first.
A fresh kill.
But not a Givras. The wounds are too clean. Too small.
somewhere in this big area. Further back. Maybe by the tree? Oh, never mind. Couldn't see the sparkly bit.
These look like a predator's tracks. You can clearly make out the claws.
And not just any claws. These belong to a Givra.
Yay, we found it.
Them. We'll lay the bait here.
Let's hope our friend is hungry.
Is that a giant lizard?
Still no sign.
Patience, Clive. Hunting's not something you can rush.
Have you stalked these beasts before?
Once. Givras are fast, so the job called for a bearer. But even with my knack, it was a close-run thing.
Not many leaders would take such risks for their people.
Says the man who battled an icon to save a boy he barely knew. It is the way of the moats of water to use what gifts we've been given for the good of all. And I gather it's your way too.
The greater good.
It was Sid, the man whose name I bear.
Oh.
He fought for his people and their future with every fibre of his being. I'm just following in his footsteps. In many ways, you remind me of him.
Me? You're confusing daring with desperation. Quiet.
Levibetus.
Something's coming.
Prefer to think of him as the giant shrimp with an attitude. Ah, it's a wyvern. I was wondering what the hell this thing was going to be.
Arrived.
Shall we greet him?
Well, at least it's not a coral.
Don't let it escape.
That's fun. I have to say that I think Leviathan is at least, well, I mean, it's kind of unfair. I've spent a lot of resources on Leviathan so far. But Leviathan's shotgun just does so much. Kind of impressive how much it eats through a stagger. Not bad. Ow.
You're finished.
Ow. Hey, buddy. How are you? Flawless Dragon Talon. Used in crafting? Maybe.
You weren't exaggerating when you said they were dangerous.
They're forces of nature, all right. And with this one's passing, the river of life has calmed.
Now we take the tongue.
O roaring torrent, son of storms, may your spirit run free in the open ocean. This flesh I claim, that your gifts might rain down upon us this day, and our river flow in spate once more.
We don't have an animation for this.
Well then, let's return to the village. We must get this tongue to Ymilla before it spoils.
Good thing there's a teleportation for that. Oh wait, there's an autocomplete. Not used to having that. Anyway, I'm hoping that there's some equipment or new crafting stuff that we get from completing these quests. Like, fights are all well and good, but the DLC is really not given much in the way of ability points, which is kind of sad.
Tributary, my lord. Did all proceed as planned?
It did. Here. One Geever tongue, as promised.
Yum yum.
Oh, thank you. I shall add it to the broth at once. By your leave, Tributary.
If there is anything else that we can do to help, you need only ask.
No, no. You've already done more for my family than I can ever repay.
Just as you have, Clive, for my family. I only regret that I have nothing to offer you in return but my gratitude.
How about a crafting recipe?
Besides, I'm no less grateful to you.
For what?
For welcoming my friends and I into your midst. For showing us how your people live. For reminding me that the world we strive to create, where bearers can live alongside their fellow men in peace and comfort, is no mere fantasy.
Mere fantasy would be a good name for a game series.
Every day is a struggle. Though we do at least struggle together, it's true.
As must we all. I only ask that ye remember the cost of using your gifts as a bearer. I know that you feel it's your duty to do whatever you can to help your people. But you have a child to think about now. And Wallis has lost enough.
I shall bear that in mind.
That's all I ask. Oh, and if there is anything else that we can do to help, well, you know.
You know.
Thank you. Truly.
Quest complete. Aw, come on, man. Why is the game so stingy on ability points? Is it a bug? Ah, here we go. Enhances Odin's iconic feat, Arm of Darkness, increasing Zantetsuke's area of effect while allowing for execution of ability at any time, regardless of recovery status. Kind of interesting, but Zantetsuke's area of effect has never felt, how do I say this? Small. Yeah, small. It's never felt small. Did we get Jilling? Oh, okay, we got them back. Good news. Another one?
No, it has to be him.
Clive, I need someone to marry.
If you don't mind my asking.
It's not your asking I mind. It's my explaining. You see, when a baby is born here, we hold a ceremony to welcome them. The rite of immersion, we call it, but I don't know whether Walius was ever afforded that courtesy. What is abundantly clear, though, is that my ancestors never welcomed him as one of us. And I want to change that. The problem is, the ceremony requires 3 ministrators. The baby's parents and a witness. As tributary, the role of witness would normally fall to me. But being Walius's closest living relative, I must play the role of mother.
So you want me to serve as witness in your stead?
That's right. A witness must be a trusty guardian, ready to steer the child through the stormy waters of life and on to tranquility. Which is why I thought of you.
I get 20,000 gold for this.
Thank you, Clive.
So, if you will serve as mother and I as witness, who will take on the father's role?
I have a younger brother. He should be making ready for the rite as we speak, though whether he is or not. Let me introduce you.
Please do. If he's anything like his sister, I'm sure we'll get on famously.
I'll bid him come to the Witten Hall. Will you wait for us there?
Gladly.
Okay, not the quest I thought it was going to be. Also, Ultimate Weapon, or Omega Weapon is such a cool weapon skin. If I ever play this game again, I think I will do this DLC first before Omega.
Founder.
Hello, boys.
You won't be coming any closer.
Hi, how are you guys? Allow me to introduce myself. Introductions. You're right about one thing, Master. Introductions were short.
I should buy Haven some time.
Nope, I haven't. I haven't played since I streamed last. I've been busy today.
Right. Fine. We've taken care of the immediate threat.
Thank the tides.
I mean, Ultima's abilities are essentially like end game.
Just after you left.
What? Is he?
No, he's hanging on. I fear the Tombury King may have begun the cursing ritual again. In earnest this time. And I can't imagine their being here as a coincidence. I think it might be happening on this very mountain.
If it is, it won't be for long. Get back to Talor. I'm going up.
My thanks. I shall pray for both of you.
Alright, we're going to find a Tonberry. The Tonberry, no less.
More of them. Come on then. I crave an audience with your king.
No problem. I do feel like we are slightly powerful. Maybe that's a good thing. I just love shooting nothing, and I'm just like, what's going on?
Another group. They don't look very regal.
That's fine. We don't need them to be. Like, Leviathan's moves are just Super Soaker. Wait, what was the Super Soaker? Strike 3 or more enemies with tidal attacks using unlimited ammunition. Ah. Oh, reset. I'm sorry, I'm going to take these points back. $7,000? Alright, well, I guess I can steal some more points. Hey, look, I found enough points to do everything I've ever wanted. Man, I cheated my way into that trophy. And I'm really short on a bunch of others now. Cool. Time to place the game through again, hopefully for enough job points, or ability points, whatever points.
Company.
Curious how strong this is now. Well, seems strong. Also, I hear the watery drop. Ah, there you are. Come on, where are you?
Still no sign of the
Good
king.
boy.
Could Fanit have been wrong?
It's a big search area.
There's dozens of them. The king must be close. But we'll have to take care of his followers first.
Tonberry Creeper. They call him a creeper. Now.
That's a lot of Tonberries.
It is. Really gotta try some more of these. Oh, it just brings them all in. Whoa. Okay. Alright. The delete enemies button. Cool. 98.
Looks like that's the last of them. Out here, anyway. But beastmen do like dark places.
No, Tomberries are considered beastmen. I guess that makes sense. I'm going to switch out this. Try the voice of God. Oh, hello. Yep, that's a king, all right. Huh, Dark Souls. Would be proud. That's a hunt.
Midian has a crown. Sorry, Your Majesty, but your reign ends here.
Oh boy. How long does this go on? Everyone's grudge, man. Hitting all the... I'm gonna take you apart. That's way too slow. Come on, where are you? He's got the moves. Doesn't feel as strong as the other combo, but... these. Hey, you hit me. Get him, Leviathan. Nice. At least I got 400 points for that. What's this? Flawless Tang. For Tonberry, a creature driven by its pure, unadulterated hate for those who have slain its brethren, a sharp blade is ultimately a gauge of his commitment. The more honed its edge, the more honed its killer instinct. Later.
It's done. Which means the curse should be broken. Let's see how Talor's doing.
I have to believe that that is worth something. There's no way that cannot be used in, like, crafting a weapon.
Clive! Is it done then?
It is. I was going to ask if there had been any change in Talor's condition, but judging by that smile on your face, I think I already know the answer.
You do? Talor! He's back!
Thank you, my lord. I can never repay you for everything you've done for me. I owe you my life.
I'm just glad the curse is lifted. There is one thing I'd like to know, though. If you don't mind my asking. What made you seek the Tombury's help in the first place?
Oh, that... well, you deserve to know. It was years ago now, back in my trading days. The Sons of Greek arrested me in Oriflamme, chained me up in a lightless cell with a great sword hung over my head, ready to fall if I didn't confess. Though they never said to what. I didn't, of course. So eventually they just let me go. And I never told a soul. Tried to forget it ever happened. But then you came along and the sight of your sword brought it all flooding back. Couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, couldn't hardly breathe, and I thought that if I gave my old chain to the Tomburys, maybe they could take all that pain away. All that anger. But it only made it worse.
Oriflamme has fallen. And the men who tortured you likely fell with it.
If only I'd known, I might have spared everyone a lot of trouble.
Yep.
I'd convinced myself that you were like them. That all outsiders were the same, but you're not. Far from it. Thank you, son. Thank you.
You're welcome-o. Quest completione.
Clive.
Maybe not.
There's something I need to tell you. After we parted ways on the path to the cloak, I went straight back to Talor and explained to him what you were doing on his behalf. And just like that, his pain began to fade.
What do you mean? Just like that? The Tombury King would have still been alive. I had to contend with dozens of his minions before I found him.
Then, perhaps one of them warned him of your coming and he broke off his ritual. Or, perhaps, knowing that an outsider was fighting for him was what lifted the weight from Talor's heart. I know, from experience, that many illnesses are not wholly physical, but of the spirit. At least in part.
Was there ever really a curse then? Or was Talor simply suffering from the pain of his memories? And the guilt of what he'd done?
I think we killed an innocent Tonberry.
For all the difference it makes.
Well, bunch.
I suppose we'll never know.
I suppose
Maybe
not.
But this much I do know. It was your strength and your selflessness that healed his heart in the end.
I'll be sure to tell my healer friend when I get home.
Okay. So yeah, EXP. Wow, that's a shitload. Orichalcum. Interesting. I don't know if there's a ton of uses for Orichalcum anymore.
Done. Will that do you?
There isn't really anything that's requiring the resources that we are getting from this, so I'm still kind of curious as to exactly why we're doing these.
Who's that? The hunter.
I just want one extra new weapon to craft.
It's you. Nasev's savior.
Are you all right? What happened?
I was tracking an ibex when a great spout of water struck me square in the back.
Did you see what made it?
No. All I heard was a noise.
Meow.
An ear-splitting din.
Meow. What? Turtle?
This be the culprit. Leave him to us. You've caused enough trouble.
Well, time to hurt him. Said it once and I'll say it again. Leviathan's power is pretty nuts. I gotta start remembering to yeah, Voice of God is such a long startup. I mean, it's not to say that it isn't powerful, but guess we can always do this. That eats through HP. Full combo, that would be nasty to go up against.
Well, that wasn't too bad.
It wasn't the right creature, that was way too easy.
Village, but you can't blame the boy for being scared.
You made that look a lot easier than it was.
Do you think that was the beast which attacked you?
No.
That thing? Not a chance. But I heard it coming a league away, and the blast of water that hit me was beyond anything an Archelon can manage.
Oh. A boy from the village sent me in search of a beast that could conjure such things, but...
That's probably the thing.
That's the noise I heard. Sounded like it came from the ruins.
I'll go. You head back to Haven and see.
Hey, we get it, we get it, we get it. We're going to go kill it. Be down by the stream. Dense foliage here is apparently difficult for the game to populate quickly. Alright, so what the heck are we fighting? Super crab?
What do we have here?
No, somebody that killed all of this stuff. Okay.
Found her. Something's been busy. Whatever this creature is, it's out for blood. But it's not having ours. Stay close, Torgal. Where are you?
Alright. I'm guessing it's a really big flan. Oh no, it's a Leviathan Ibex. A super one, apparently.
Another fragment of Walius' rage. I should have known. Time to put you to bed too.
Cute. Elemental isn't a resistance here, otherwise I might actually have to work. Ooh, okay, alright, fine, fair enough. My bad for being... Uh-oh. My computer went to sleep. I'm trying to wake it up. Loud shouting! Ooh, that's a tough one to get out. Alright, let's see how you handle this. This thing be annoying me. Camera, please. Camera, please. Okay, got him. Ooh, 500 points. Ooh, and a flawless membrane. Just what I always wanted.
Fingers crossed that's the last of them. Either way, I should let Eirik know the danger is past. For now, at least.
This just takes us all the way down. Though I'm curious if there's like any more aquamarines around. I don't think we ever came through here. Ah, yep. Not a problem. Really not a problem. Alright, I'll travel back here. Turn around and this way and to the left.
This should be the path to Witchdrop. Hungry, Torgal?
Yeah, I'll just get the aquamarines because why not? Maybe I am underestimating how much damage I'm actually doing. Who said you get to attack? Not me. I never said it was okay. Somewhere in here.
Here's our welcoming party.
Okay, oh, let's see. How they like this? Come on. Yeah, the more I use that ability, the more I just don't like it. Leviathan's ability just tears through so much better than like anything else. Like, it could be that I am just really underestimating how much damage I'm actually doing. Like, you blink and we've gone through. I think I'm gonna get rid of Voice of God, though. It just isn't performing as well as I wanted to.
Looks like that's the last of them. Now, where's the grave?
And I'm gonna do that before I forget. So, that's the sword one. I'll try this one.
This must be it.
My lord, thank you for making the path safe again.
You're welcome.
Ize. Was that her name?
Yes. Hardly the most fitting tribute for a dominant, is it? A rough-hewn stone with naught but a given name engraved on it. But my ancestors had only been here a matter of weeks when she passed. Every day was a struggle to survive. They had neither the time nor the energy to devote to a more elaborate memorial. Yet they spared what they could to grant her wish, that even in death she might continue to watch over her home.
She lived down there then? In the ruins?
That's right. They were once the living quarters for those who served up in the temple. When the Northern Thanes sent her here to weave her spell, this was where she and her retinue stayed. There were priests, handmaidens, and a knight sworn to shield her from harm. Of course, they were all gone by the time my ancestors arrived, fled or dead in the Western Wars.
All except Ize, who remained till the end. Alone.
Indeed. At least, that is the story as it's been handed down in Haven. But there is an epilogue to the tale. One known only to Lady Shula and myself. Some years after Ise's passing, you see, my grandmother came here to tend the grave and found a stranger kneeling before it. A knight, dressed head to toe in plate. She asked of him who he was and whence he had come, but received no answer. The only words he spoke were, "Tell me true, whose grave is this?" So she told him of how her people had met and cared for Ise, and how she had died. His only reaction was to stare up at the air of hours in silence. Then he left, never to be seen again.
You said he was wearing plate. Was it black and gold?
Do you know something of him?
When we went up to the Air of Hours to unravel the spell, we were set upon by a shade in the shape of a knight in full plate. It manifested in front of the Vair, And in its ether, I felt Shiva, the witch.
You think this may have been the same man my great-grandmother met? Issei's knight?
I don't know. Maybe. All I can say for sure is it was intent on protecting her creation.
Or perhaps her spirit. What remained of her ether, preserved in the Vare. Perhaps his spirit too became enraveled in her spell, frozen in an eternal vigil.
Till we ended it.
If the shade you fought was Issei's knight, then ending it was the greatest gift you could have given him. Now he can return to the sea, to be with his lady once more. And if his spirit should ever return here to visit her grave, I shall ask his name, that I might carve it in the stone next to hers.
That they might be together. Once and for all.
Alright, if I'm keeping track of this, these should be the last two quests.
Praise be to the heavens.
I'm so sorry for all the trouble I put.
How many times do we have to tell you?
Oh no.
You're back.
So? Did you find the fiend that...
I did.
Yes, we did, and he's gone.
Because you warned me of its existence.
What was it anyway?
A manifestation of Leviathan's power. When we visited Wallius in the Surge, he was angry and afraid. Though why one would be wandering the ruins of Riversmeet, I don't know.
Maybe it was looking for his mum. That's where she died, isn't it? The Falls.
The Falls?
Aye. When they took her baby, she threw herself off the top.
Oh my god.
We go there once a year to pay our respects. The whole village.
An Eggy is a part of its master's spirit, but Wallius wouldn't have been aware of what had happened to his mother, would he?
Well, either way, you did us a favor putting that thing to rest. Us and Wallius. Thank you.
Aye. Thanks, mister.
Complete door. Seriously, you're not giving me any, like, ability points. And that's 100. But I notice I'm still getting EXP. Oops, sorry. I think there's only 2 quests left. It says all all of the quests are complete. Nothing new for crafting, which is a little disappointing. What the heck is the Tonberry knife for then?
Clive, my brother.
If it isn't my old mate Sid!
Eh?
You?
You.
So you do remember me, even stripped of my cunning disguise? I'm touched.
You two know each other.
My
Unfortunately.
friends and I crossed paths with your brother on our hunt for the Dusk Crystals, during which we saved his life.
Wait, what happens if you do this first in Omega, or Omega second?
Who's counting? All I know is when Shula mentioned she'd called in Sid the Outlaw to help young Wallius, I could be sure that the little rascal was in safe hands. I mean, having seen you in action back at the tower, I know exactly what you're capable of.
So the mercenary you met in the Sage Spire, that was Clive. And he saved your life? That's a rather different story from the one you told me. And a far likelier one at that. It would appear my family owe you twice over. Whether they admit it or not. Honestly, Fammy, would it kill you to tell the truth once in a while?
What? I said sorry, didn't I? How about we save the recriminations until after the ceremony, eh?
Speaking of which, what does this ceremony involve exactly?
It's simple, really. We each say a short prayer and anoint the child's head with holy water.
Nothing too onerous, then?
Not about the rite itself, no. But it does call for some preparation. One of the witness's responsibilities is to collect the holy water, you see. 3 phials for the 3 ministrators, each taken from a particular place. Don't worry, though. It's not as if you have to go alone. I can show you the way.
Oh, that's nice.
Famiel, you stay here and ready the Witten Hall.
Leave it to me.
If there's anything Jill and I can do to assist you...
We'd be glad to help.
Thank you both.
But no.
All right then, let's get started, shall we? There are 3 types of holy water that we must collect. The water of the mountain, of the river, and of the sea. We take the water of the mountain from the spring atop Maiden's March. The water of the river from the course that flows through the ruins of Riversmeet. And the water of the sea from the shallows of Tailwind Bay. Here are the phials we'll be using in the ceremony. I'm ready to leave whenever you are.
Alright. Don't know if I was expecting this. Let's see. I should probably use my chocobo once I went through. There you are, girl. Gotta remember how to do this, though. Different from 7. I'm gonna beat Ultima like a drum, though.
Stay back! I'm warning you!
Someone's in trouble. Come on.
Oh boy, this fight again.
Straight home now.
Help! What help? Nobody's coming to... Help?
Help?
We're here to help.
Yes, we are.
Keep its attention on us.
I'll do more than that.
They really like this fight in this DLC, holy cow. That's a bad Mr. Kitty. Did that just delete his gauge? I don't really even know. And the bomb kills itself, as it does.
Is anyone hurt?
Oh, Sid! Thank all the clouds in the heavens you came. You saved us. Again!
Would you two care to explain what you're doing up here?
The chief sent us to fetch incense for the ceremony. So the Witten Hall smells nice. For the little Ben.
You mean to tell me you braved this den of deadly beasts for some tree sap?
You don't have to do everything he says, you know.
Or if you must, at least have the good sense to ask one of our hunters to accompany you.
We're sorry.
It's fine. Just go back to the village before you get yourselves into any more trouble.
Right you are. Oh, and thanks and that.
Kind of like that the DLC, first two DLCs are almost connected.
Remind me.
Yes, I will.
Right then. Let's collect this water, shall we?
Given how much time this is taking, as it's taking longer than I thought, we might be finishing this up in part 3.
The rain that falls on the mountain emerges here, in these springs.
The source of the river. The source of life.
Precisely. Take care not to spill it.
Will do. Man, I wish I could start like a clean file, save file with the all the icon abilities. Just for fun. Because even Final Fantasy mode isn't going to be that difficult anymore.
We can collect the water of the river from here.
What's going to attack us? Anything? Welcome back.
The water of the river represents life. It is constantly moving, constantly changing. And though its course may twist and turn or branch into 1,000 separate streams, it always flows in the same direction, from source to sea, beginning to end.
Like time. What of Wallius then? When your ancestors froze him, did they remove him from the River of Life?
They did. Like an ice-bound pool that didn't thaw for 80 summers. But now he's free to flow again, to live. And you and I shall flow with him, for we are all but drops of water in the great river of life.
I think I saw that on a t-shirt once.
Reassuring.
Go on.
A drop of water might seem insignificant on its own, but as a part of a torrent, it can cleave a path through the hardest rock. It makes me believe we humans might just stand a chance.
Just one more file to...
Yeah, I know. Is there any new weapons? Not that I've seen so far. Well, oh, that's not true. There's Leviathan's sword. this one, the Tide Strike Reforged. But it's not as powerful as Omega, which is a little curious to me because this DLC apparently canonically comes second. So you kind of would expect that there's some weapon. Of course, haven't finished everything yet, so might be hiding. I mean, the Ultima weapon, or the Ultima abilities were a surprise, but that was buried a little bit deep, so there's still a few things to do. Actually, there's quite a big thing to do still.
This path leads down to the coast. Usually we keep this gate shut tight, but since this is a special occasion...
You deserve a rest.
Okay, I was gonna be like, I'm skipping this because it's just opening a gate. Omega would have been cool. I mean, Omega's not an icon though, right?
Treacherous when the waves are high. If it
not technically,
water, no one would
but yeah.
Come down here.
I'll be sure to watch my step.
Now having seen Leviathan and Ultima's abilities, though, I'm not entirely sure what Omega would have ended up being that would have felt fairly different. Yeah, he's an artificial icon, which is quite unique in itself in terms of this game. Kind of wish there were more done with the pseudo-icons. It's a neat idea.
Ancestors chose this place because it was where the first boat landed.
And it's a good thing they didn't land closer to the surge.
Quite.
We're definitely not getting in a fight here, but there will probably be a long explanation. Alexander, I mean, even like a pseudo Bahamut would have been really interesting, or like fusions of icons. Like Phoenix and Ifrit is such a cool idea when they fuse. I wish there would have been some more things like that.
All that wave ever made me feel was pity and sorrow for the innocent life trapped inside it. The child my great-grandfather sacrificed to try to change his people's fate. It was wrong, an unforgivable sin. But I often wonder, will my descendants ever forgive me for what I have done?
Fenrir and Shiva?
I've faced difficult choices.
I don't know about that, but you know, yeah, it feels like there could have been some neat ideas.
I've always striven to do what's best for my people.
Fenrir's not exactly a full icon.
So have my choices denied them a better life, just as my ancestors denied Walyas his?
No. You would not forcibly sacrifice one of your people to save the others. You do the best you can for all of them, as do I. We share in their woes, just as we share in their joys. And the most we can do is try to bring them more of the latter.
Aye, you're right. And try I shall, to bring all of my people a better tomorrow, Walyas included.
Then I wish you luck. If my time with the boy is any indication, he's going to be quite a handful.
Yeah, there is. Torgal's Fenrir.
Then we must start as we mean to go on, and give him the very best welcome we can.
16's lore is basically that there are 8 icons, and Ifrit is special. They were not created anymore. It would have been neat if, but then you would have had to deal more with the, like, Fallen. Fallen would have had to have played a much bigger role in 16 if that was the case. Like 16, if they were like a clue to beating, Which, yeah, I mean, like, if you want to get technical, I feel like that's something that could have been done more.
Is everything else in place?
All ready to go. Told you could count on me.
Then let us begin. Famiel, have your men summon everyone to the Witten Hall.
Right you are.
Shula, wait. I don't know the words.
Don't worry. There aren't many of them. We'll have time enough to practice before people arrive. My friends, we are gathered here today to welcome this child into our community by the rite of immersion, as has been our custom since the first reign. As tributary, I would normally perform the rite with the child's parents, but Walius's mother and father returned to the sea long ago. So I and my brother Famiel shall serve as his family, while the one who returned him to us shall bear witness in my stead. Clive, if you would step forward.
Clive would make a good dad. You know, one day. I like how Clive still has his sword.
On the mountains tall, are we born?
Baby.
Like the river that flows through the valleys below, do we live.
Like the boundless sea, where the currents run free, do we die, and to the clouds then rise again.
Uncle Clive.
The circle of water is the circle of life. And today, from the heavens falls rain anew.
And copyrighted by Disney.
This child, Walius, now joins our stream, and he shall flow with us, from the mountains to the sea.
All right, cake and booze for everybody. I can't believe how many people thought that Potion Girl was going to be the Leviathan. Myself included.
You played your part to a T, Clive. Thank you. It means a lot to us.
I was honored to be asked. And terrified I'd miss.
Now that you're part of the family, young Walyas, my lad. Uncle Famiel can teach you the ways of the world.
Oh no, he can't.
Eh?
Don't be so hasty. Your brother's knack for self-preservation might serve him well.
Ha! You are never going to let me live that down, are you?
I'm gonna raise Walius as if he were my own.
I think she has a name, but most people know her as Potion Girl.
Our life, our people, and our past. But with all the mother crystals gone, he will grow up in a world without comforts. One where we only have ourselves and each other to rely on.
I'd say your people are better prepared than most to survive in such a world, Shula. To thrive, indeed, under your guidance.
Only if nature continues to smile on us. If we were to lose her gifts, we'd be left with nothing at all.
Yes. But it needn't come to that. Not if we can stop the spread of the Blight. So long as we can save a single patch of soil, we can plant the seeds for a new world. One where we can all be free.
Something just makes me feel like the Blight is nothing but salt.
Be able to step out from behind our curtain, eh? Till that day comes, I wish you good tide.
Thank you.
Thank you. We should be on our way.
Well, you be careful out there.
Aye, you steer clear of trouble now.
And you.
Likewise.
Next time you waken a demigod, you're killing it, not us. Okay, I can see why that quest is like separate from most of the other quests. It's fine. Man, they hate giving me ability points. First Rain Talisman. Ah, another thing for our chamber. Cool.
To think, we must be the first outsiders to have witnessed that rite in over a century.
Wallius has been waiting for it for nearly as long. He seemed pleased to be finally rejoining the family.
Now all we have to do is save that family. To change our river's course.
Alright, hold on. I want to check something. Licenses. We're going to head back here first. Because actually somehow we are running out of time. Go to system for a second. What is all this? Oh wait, I know what most of this is. What's the Kurtana? Huh, when did all that get there? I've basically beaten the game. What is all this shit? I wish they would have given us a third costume. So what did we get? So that's Omega, the Fallen Enforcer. The Kurtana, taking up an expertly crafted blade in one's hands, invokes strange yet familiar images of burdens both borne and overcome. Kurtana. Okay, I know that's FF1, and the Blood Sword is FF2, and the Onion Sword is FF3, and the Buster Sword is FU. I already know what that is. But what is the Kurtana? The Paladin Relic? Ah. There's Leviathan's sword. Figures that would be in the game. Yeah, I'd still think Omega's my favorite. Ultima looks neat, but Omega just looks so much better. Alright, so the last thing we're going to do tonight, we're going to take a look at this. So this is the Kairos Gate. Simply put, Kairos is a journey through the 20 circles of existential torment. Upon completing the circle, Clive will earn EP and BP, enhancement points and boon points, which can be used to purchase permanent and temporary boosts to abilities and attributes. Clearing a circle will also reward Clive with rare items such as accessories, weapons, and crafting materials, while the aforementioned boosts can only be are only offered. All item rewards can be taken back to Valistea, so there is a reward there are weapons hidden in here. Just as an arcade, performances tally during Clive's. While Kairos Gate's restrictions level gear and consumables, there are no restrictions on iconic ability usage. Between cycles, you will have the opportunity to respec each of Clive's ability sets. Alright, well, let's try it. And boss battle, okay. Radiant Everdark Reforged. The Breath of the Creator. Radiant Tidestrike Reforged. Flawless Illudium. Radiant Grindstone. Yeah, there's weapons hidden in here. Although they are weapons that we've already seen before. Well, you know, just to test this out. Ow. That's a C, huh? Okay. Yeah. Oh, that C sticks with me, huh? This is very cute, by the way. Near-death resilience. Technical Fenrir combo. Score bonus. I am. DLC is quite good. Oh, did my... Oh, okay, unable to change gear. What are the enhancements? Maximum HP, defense, attack, iconic ability potency. I mean, that's essentially what I want my stuff to be. Alright, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it locks you at level 80, and I'm guessing you get stronger as you go up because there's also, like, boss battles and stuff. Interesting that, like, there's estimated lengths and whatnot. I'm curious if the weapons are, like, stronger than Omega, because this feels more difficult than anything that I've played so far. How do I leave? Cutscene's off. Cutscene's on. Oh, there's exit. Duh. Okay. Yes, I understand that. All my progress will be gone. Banner Man. Curious. I mean, that's interesting. I want to play more of it, but I want to play more of it when I have more time. Do you sing a new song now that we beat in Leviathan? No, you're bloody useless. Also, one thing I want to do before we leave. You should have updated your damn books by now.
I was wondering when next you'd visit. I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before.
Give me that. What?
You wish to study the tomes?
I do have a question of how the hell I did not hit 80 at this point, or level 8. Not to be rude, but that's bullshit. Baby. By the way, for anyone who didn't get to see, there's the Tonberry King, who we fought earlier. That Tonberry King was something. I love the armor design on this one. Very cute. The Timekeeper. Very cute indeed. All right.
Always welcome, Clive.
That's going to be it for me. I am out of time, and I have a few things to do. Seriously, though, did the level cap get increased? I didn't think that it was. Huh. Because I'm still getting, so... Oh, it's the level cap is 105? Huh. Interesting. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Take care. I might be playing this tomorrow. I might not. Probably will be, though. So, see you later. Take care.